But yeah, ask me anything. Otherwise, you've been warned. Making a sandwich. It's dinner time here on the East Coast of the US. But really, I'm down to talk about anything. Going live on TikTok at 9 if you guys are on TikTok. It will be more fun than this. If you're on TikTok at all. Anybody want to talk about like what's going on with TikTok? Have you noticed any changes going on with TikTok? Because I know why that's happening. I could tell you if you wanted to. Although Substackers are very well informed. I'll say that. Generally well informed. No takers. I'm nice. I'm a writer at the end of the day. I get my feelings hurt, you know? I'm not gonna hurt anyone's feelings. Otherwise, we can watch Community. You guys like Community? Mhm. Hey, Gail Fonda, Bachelor of Arts, journalism, published writer, decades of work experience. Let me shoot you a follow. Ask me anything. But otherwise, making a sandwich. I like the lives on Substack. I'm always trying to experiment with different features on Substack. This is good. Shout out Mount Olive Pickle Company, North Carolina's own, except no substitute. Okay, right over here. Organic kosher hamburger dill chips, Mount Olive from NC, the Tar Heel State. Sound off if you are comfortable doing so. Let me know where you're from. I'm from North Carolina. That's where I live. Or don't. That's cool too. Sorry, I'm always hungry. I am a writer. I published recently a piece called Autofiction One. I recently did another. Lainey Mills, welcome in. Lainey is, my name is Lainey Mills. I write poetry. I'm a poet about life, love, and life at sea, and whatever subject pops into my brain on any given day. Follow me on my journey of writing by subscribing to my work. I will subscribe. That's really cool. Let me shoot you a follow. If you would like to read poetry, I have a poetry to read. You can read poetry. We could do an impromptu reading. I don't know what kind of audience we're going to have, but options on the table. If you want to, anybody can come up too if you want. You don't have to turn your camera on. You can just talk. I get that. I will get out of the way, let you do your thing. But hard hands either way. Another staple of my cooking regime is Tony Cashier's. Do we know about Tony Cashier's? You put on anything, including sandwiches. And don't worry, I won't try not to eat too much on camera because that's gross. All right, since we got fiction authors and poets, it's looking like I might just be reading some poetry. And if you like it, you can subscribe to my publication called Away with Words, which is right up there. Um, I can recite some poetry now. This one's called um, what's a good one? All Nights. All Nights. I sang a song as sweetly as a song could ever sound from me. I prayed these suburban nights might float it to your window, so that one night I would find you leaning softly at your doorframe, clothed in white, your arms a valley for me to fall there. It's to be expected I'd falter in my designs on you, and these words, as I write them, I am sure make dull effort. Somehow I can't accept daydreams are never real, or all's not lost, myself, unlonely and forgiven. When they made you parallel a higher heaven, an angel come to survey these winding streets at dusk. And oh, if only I could make you feel the way I do, Alicia. All nights we would lie, captivated by the ceiling. For us, it's blankness filled with happy visions. All nights. If you guys like that one, hit that heart button. Let me know. And we can do another one. But that one's called All Nights. I sang a song as sweetly as a song could ever sound from me. I prayed these suburban nights might float it to your window. So that one night I might find you leaning softly at your doorframe, clothed in white, your arms a valley for me to fall there. It's to be expected I would falter in my designs on you, and these words, as I write them, I am sure make dull effort. Somehow I can't accept daydreams are never real, or all's not lost, myself, unlonely and forgiven. When they made you parallel a higher heaven, an angel come to survey these winding streets at dusk. Oh, and if I could only make you feel the way I do, Alicia, all nights we would lie, captivated by the ceiling. For us, it's blankness filled with happy visions. Hey, Noah, what's up? Adventurous writer with interest in plants, God, and knife throwing. Very cool. I'll shoot you a follow if I haven't already. I was reading out some poetry or reciting some poetry. We got a shy group on our hands. Slow Monday night. I get it. We can talk politics too. I know it's so cool to be over politics, but I'm political. Talk about Jimmy Kimmel, Charlie Kirk. Um, I'm not afraid of getting banned from Substack. I would prefer not to, but I make no money from Substack. So, hey, Kimmy Wynn, that's a cool name. Kimmy Wynn, just some person with a really cute dog who cares about humanity. She, her. Nice to meet you. Shoot you a follow. I was reciting some poetry. This is an AMA. If you have any questions, ask me. Why would you want to ask me anything? I don't know. I could tell you about myself, but if you want, give you some ideas of questions to ask or not. But I'm going to go live on TikTok at 9, and I just had some time to kill. Was bored, maybe a little lonely, a little bit. But here, I'll put this up. So if anybody wants to come and hang out and come up here, read poetry, read flash fiction, microfiction, it's a great way to get people interested in your work. Something to think about. Something to think about. Do you guys know David Pakman? He should be on Substack. I remember watching this interview where he was doing it, and it was just like this guy was asking most inane, ridiculous questions. And to every one of them, David Pakman was just like, it's something to think about. It was cool. It was cooler when he did it. But yeah. Do you guys like the TV show Community? This is what I do on Monday nights. I go live on Substack. All right. Well, It was worth a shot, but I guess I feel kind of uncomfortable just, like, eating a sandwich on, like, live. Are you guys sure this is cool? I don't know. No one asked any questions. No, I know. It's not on you. I'm laughing at myself. I guess it would be kind of preposterous to think about, like, but my name is Sam. I write, a fantasy novel called AFL the Bastard. I write poetry. Also, I just recited one. Here's another one. It's called Nights in Montreal, which is interesting because I just had a consulting client that I talked to today who are based out of Montreal or Montreal, as they say. If any of you guys are in the market for enterprise solutions relating to Odoo, OODO, or really anything else, let me know because I'm also a salesman, if you couldn't tell already. I write full time. I'm self employed. I started an Amazon warehouse tomorrow, so that's interesting. Um, but also, I do strategy consulting and copywriting. That's writing with a W, um, for businesses large and small. But nights in Montreal. We don't need nights in Montreal amid the parties and quick sounds, nor twilight spent beneath moonlit tryst boughs that made a ceiling for us. There are other ways to make you know how deep it is that my love goes. So can we step out now? And though it's dark and wet, the world like a rainy window made slick and phosphorescent. I lived once on a bridge of cabs from here to Denver, across town to your apartment, so like all the others only, I am not in them tonight, and none of those will ever know how deep it is that my love goes. Damn, bars, bars. Does anyone want to ask me what my deepest, darkest secret is? There are a few. They're pretty vanilla though. I think my deepest, darkest secret is that my deep, dark secrets are probably not are the lame, I would imagine. Okay. Well, there's only so much of myself even I can take, so I can't imagine that there's too many people left in the room. I'm gonna fix up dinner and then probably end the live. It's not on you. You've been a great crowd. It's on me. Wendy Parker, welcome in. I was just about to close down the live, but if you have any questions, let me know. This was going to be an AMA, like an Ask Me Anything kind of deal. I recited two poems. I talked about EFL the Bastard. I always appreciate you coming by to show some love when you can. But as a poet, and let me just read out Wendy's bio for everybody. Oh, wait, but you are a poet, though, right, Wendy? Eternally irritated by the nonsense and poppycock. Um, just for your benefit, I will make sure to throw a poem at you so that you don't feel like your time has been wasted by joining. But I sang a song as sweetly as a song could ever sound from me. I prayed these suburban nights might float it to your window, so that one night I could find you leaning softly at your doorframe, clothed in white, your arms a valley, for me to fall there. It's to be expected I'd falter in my designs on you, and these words, as I write them, I am sure, make dull effort. Somehow I can't accept the daydreams are never real or all's not lost, myself, unlonely and forgiven. When they made you parallel a higher heaven, an angel come to survey these winding streets at dusk. And oh, if only I could make you feel the way I do, Alicia. All nights we would lie, captivated by the ceiling. For us, its blankness filled with happy visions. That's an older one. It's called All Nights. I write a lot about the night. I like the night. Here's another one called Nights, shocker, in Montreal. As I was telling, if anyone had remained, I was telling them that I recently had like a a business meeting, a strategy consulting meeting. So I'm semi gainfully employed. So that's nice. About a company that's based in Montreal, but nights in Montreal. We don't need nights in Montreal amid the parties and quick sounds, nor twilight spent beneath moonlit tryst boughs that made a ceiling for us. There are other ways to let you know how deep it is that my love goes. So can we step out now? And though it's dark and wet, the world like a rainy window, made slick and phosphorescent. I lived once on a bridge of cabs from here to Denver, across town to your apartment. So, like all the others only, I am not in them tonight. And none of those will ever know how deep it is that my love goes. Those are two poems. We've got Nights in Montreal, which is the one I just read, and then All Nights. Both of these you can find published on my Substack. But Wendy, thank you for joining. Was there anything that you wanted to ask, or did you kind of just join by accident? Either is totally cool. I get that. I was just going to have a sandwich anyway. But if you're on TikTok, I'll be going live on TikTok at around 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll try to promote the lives more a little bit, but that's an effort unto itself, you know. But I got to read out some poems and say hello to some people. But everybody pick up Wendy, talented writer, person all around. But hey, thank you guys.